are licensed.
40%?
Yes.
So we're talking about majority
60%.
are not licensed?
Yes.
So would you blame Kenyans, for example, who feel, okay, it's hard for me as a Kenyan to know who's licensed, who's not? Would you blame Kenyans who say, why don't we have all of the members have training? The ones who don't have training will be trained for the first time. The ones who have been trained before will get a refresher course. Is there any problem with that?
We are not blaming Kenyans. We are blaming the government of the day that is reluctant on implementations of these things.
Okay. You're a chair.
Yeah, I'm a chair.
He is a chair.
Yes, we do.
But how are you helping the government in making sure that you pinpoint these individuals? Perhaps maybe the systems are fractured in a way, but what are you doing yourselves to make sure that you sanitize or streamline the sector?
Tumekuwa tunataka serikali itusaidie kwa sababu wamesema any rider operator inafaa awe licensed na awe kwa sacco. We do have these SACCOs.
Right.
But the government should give us finances so that we can help our people down there to be licensed.
Hold it right there. We'll be coming back to you.
All right.
There's the private sector. David, you've been here again in this sector for the longest of time. I have had instances where they actually, there are instances where they, private sector or perhaps the private, side of the bikers would not want to be associated with these other bodabodas because they almost feel like, now they are being painted black where they are not supposed to be painted black.
All riders are equal.
Are you as orderly? Are you as orderly as we would want to imagine? And why do you suppose then that this other side is finding it difficult to just get to have this element of order so that we all can say that we are safe using the bodabodas and, we do away with all these concerns that we're talking about, that 60% regulated, 60% not?
Well, I believe we are very orderly as the private bikers and we are a close-knit family. Before you become a private biker, let alone the association, if you want to be a private biker and be part of us, you have to undergo training. We have trainers who've been trained both in Kenya and outside the country.
Okay.
So you have to go for that training first, then go to one of the driving schools to get your license. And once you finish your training, we have things called nyumba kumis, just like the SACCOs, as is nyumba kumis.
Okay.
You're put in a nyumba kumi, and we have other riders who support you in your first days of riding. Another thing about the private bikers is safety is key. Under PBAK, we have 4 pillars: legislation, association, safety, and training. So in every nyumba kumi, we have to make sure that you're in a group of people who have been riding. They check what kind of the cc of the bike that you ride, because we start from small all the way up. You cannot have started riding a week ago and you get onto a big bike. That's disaster for you.
Okay.
So we start small and we are our brothers and sisters keepers every day. If I'm on the road and I see you riding without a helmet, I will stop you. I'll ask you, where's your helmet? Where's your safety gear? That way, I'll know tomorrow you'll be on the road. But for the bodabodas, we have tried talking to them. Okay. We talk to them. But how we can bring change to the bodaboda sector is through the private bikers, through you people who are carried by these bodabodas. If a bodaboda does not have a helmet, just tell him, by the way, my safety level here, no. If he's intoxicated, I'm not getting onto your bike. If you see a rider doing the wrong thing, riding on the wrong side of the road, stop him, ask him. So if we change one rider at a time, it will get to a point where the whole society will have changed.
Okay.